playing that final. Both have been very accurate with everything they've done, so it should be an enticing matchup.
Up next on the Asia Rugby 7 Series, Korea playing Singapore. We're back to the women's side of the draw. And there's some hard-working players in these two women's squads. Waiting for the trigger to be squeezed on the Namdong Asiad Stadium's PA system, and it is, as Singapore come out to the ball to face the home side of Korea, a young program in the general scheme of things in Asia, and they've suffered a couple of injuries as well, unfortunately. Korea on the way to this point. Some of their key players not able to make the team in this particular game. Still, they'll be wanting to shoot a bit of youth and enthusiasm. Here's Singapore, a dogged and determined outfit. They are constantly under, well, they're constantly trying to put pressure on teams. They may not have the most enterprising play. They certainly are one of the most determined. And this should be a fairly good matchup between Singapore and Korea now. It's through Min, Korea tried to storm it upfield. 10 is Hill. 8 to ground, Shin, and Yang starts to move the ball. Min goes wide. Straight into contact goes Lim, and a penalty to Korea. Touch and go. Starting to move, and these skills that the Korean ladies have put together have come together pretty quickly. Last season, during the Asian Rugby 7 Series, Korea really struggled, but they've put in the hard work. And now we're starting to see some fruits. Ability to score tries. They've stretched some defences. They've worried a few of the very good teams here. 2 or 3 minutes of good play, but now Singapore with the ball. And it is Chan into contact. Pick and go by Yi Ong or Yong Pei-Yi. Alvinia Al-Yong gets the ball wide. She's still on the spot along with Chan. Penalty against Korea. Eunice Chu, a well-known player from Singapore, picks and goes, but it's a yellow card for the Korean player. Number 8, I think. Should be, no, it is Shin. As you can see, just comes across, gets herself in the wrong place at the wrong time, and earns the ire of the referee. That's a yellow card. 2 minutes into the game. Good attacking position now for Singapore as they get ready to attack this Korean side. Down to 6. More instructions being issued by referee Zhu of China. And it's Sim that feeds the ball. Eunice Chu breaks through the Korean line. A try for Singapore. And they'll be happy about that. There'll be a lot of the crowd happy about that. Singapore is one of those teams you can't help but admire. They get treated like speed bumps by some of the bigger programs. There's no shortage of determination or bravery from Singapore. 5-0, they lead Korea. As Alvina Al Wong well, delivers a Bowden Barrett special, really, let's be honest. There we go. Good run by Eunice Chu. It just opened up. And she had the awareness and the mindfulness at the back end of a long weekend to put down the foot, get to the line, 7-0. Singapore leading Korea. The restart now by Alvina Al Yong. And flying back at them is number 10, Hill. Looks to be a good prospect, Hill. Another crossover athlete that's come into the Korean lineup. Battle on this Korean side down to 6. The advantage goes to Singapore, but those are precious moments when you're down to 6 and you're trying to tick down that yellow card. Ball in hand is all important. Time off for the moment. Time back on, I should say. 4 minutes gone in the first half of this consolation game. Some on-field administration needs to be taken care of. There's the engagement. Set. Fed by Sim. Sim finds Chu, the try scorer. Koreans, well, just the technique was sloppy, that's all. There was no real malice in it. They may go again here. There's an advantage coming. Not given, and so Singapore look for space and they look for pace. Oh, that's a good strong tackle, I think, from Hill. She's got herself in a great spot, made a very, very important tackle for her team. And in the end, the advantage in possession goes back to Korea. And they'll be wanting to pat the back of their number 10, Hill. He got in there and made a cracking tackle. My word, really stiffened up the Singaporean player. Touch and go. Singapore with the ball. Chu up to the 22. And a penalty as well. Will they take it quickly or just like to calm things down? They're back to 7 players, Korea. 7-point deficit. Well, make that 6. Momentarily they had 7. Another one gets sent for a period of reflection. So Singapore flinging it wide again. Chu gets it, drawing pass. Ball in hand now for Jane Chan. Chan offloads. Ong. Oh, what a sold the dummy. Alvina Al Yong. And rightly so. It'll take a few moments just to tick this one off. Try to Singapore. Beautiful line run by the experienced Alvina Al Yong. And Singapore move it through to 12-0 with the kick to come. Oh, it's important to get these conversions in this game. 14-0. Look at this one. Step back on the inside. Thank you very much. And it opened up like the Red Sea. Well, the ladies from the Lion City doing all the roaring at the moment. As we come down to the death of the first half, 14-0. Singapore leading off Korea. And Korea might be right at the end of the fuel tank at the moment. Coming onto the field though, you see number 6, Minhui Lee. Lee tries for the line and they bring her down. Offloads the ball back on the inside. They'll be happy to see Lee on the pitch. He's one of the key playmakers for Korea as they get to the half. 14 points adrift on Singapore. The shadow being cast. There it is, the halftime score. Korea 0, Singapore 14. And that shadow will reach right across the ground towards the end of the day as we get closer and closer to the silverware finals. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of action coming up as we get into a couple more consolation games, and then we hit the big bracket, the run for home, which will end with the Women's Cup final and the Men's Cup final later on this afternoon. Been a fantastic tournament here this weekend in Incheon. As you can see, conditions overhead have been absolutely sparkling. Autumn season in Korea is stunning, to say the least. And this facility, that is the envy of a lot of the nations here. There wouldn't be too many of the countries visiting for the Asia Rugby 7 series that would say no to a facility like this if it was built for their rugby programs. Korea, and as I mentioned before, Lee with the shock of blonde hair. She is a genuine player for Korea, very skillful, intelligent player, carries a lot of the responsibility and a lot of the expectations of this Korean program. And she steps up to it too. She's got good skills. Lee leads up. The second half starts. Singapore take it through Al Yong. Sim still going with the ball. On in number 3 is Mohammed Abdul Ghaffur. Side of the breakdown. And Singapore, they could drop the tempo on this game if they wanted, just a touch. They play pretty conservatively when they have the ball in hand. A lot of numbers around the ball. They keep the passes short. This is good, free flowing running, and that's a high shot as well. Korean techniques, you can tell they're inexperienced in many ways, the Korean team, and this is another way you can tell how inexperienced they are. As number 13, Christabel Lim, sets sail for the try line, and it is a try for Lim, and another try for Singapore. They move to 19-0 with the kick to come. Well, Korean players will have to get out of the way here for the kicker. Christabel Lim. Oh, that's not a bad wee nudge either. Looked like it might worry the scoring board, but it didn't. There we go, good presence of mind to take the advantage. Quick tap on the spot. And Christabel Lim, well, she'll be delighted with that. So will her team. 19 points to 0. Almost 9 minutes gone. Only 5 minutes left. Not too much longer to run. And then these girls will get a nice hot shower and a nice warm bed. I think they'll be sleeping pretty soundly tonight. Korea, ball in hand. What can they get consolation-wise? Guan, another one of the crossover athletes here to come into the Korean program. Lim. Changes direction, look at it go. Cuts a swathe through the Singaporean defenders. Again, not releasing. It's unfortunate. Just couldn't quite get support over in time. And so Singapore through Mohammed Abdul Ghaffur. Take the sideline, tickle for a few extra minutes or moments. Hyo Kung Hee makes her way onto the park. Strong player, she made a great impact when she came on earlier today. Made some tackles, scored a couple of tries, sent another try up. And again, there's another player who's only really relatively new to the game. A little bit nervy. Ball in hand though, and it's Korea into action through Yang. Not from the spot though. Chinese referee brings Singapore back to the mark. Sim Chu Hong cuts Chu Sim again, straightening Singapore. Good defence though by Park. Wraps her body over the ball. Singapore just keeping the targets close. Nothing fancy from Singapore as Mohammed Dulgafor manages to get the ball away, and Christabel Lim again almost holds off Lee, but the ball spills clear, and it's Kwan who gets the ball, former sprinter. Now Korea start to move it. They get it into space. Singapore get across and shut it down. How did she catch that ball? She's taken it behind her, and Korea streaks 60 metres to the line. That's a try. Hill comes on. She is a super sub. She's also finding it quite difficult to breathe after running all that way. And one can hardly blame it. Really that keen on taking the kick. As Guan comes through, she's presented herself across this tournament as a bit of a natural kicker. Look at that. Took it from behind her and then just threw all the switches up and put the foot down. And whatever was left in those legs and lungs pretty much got used on that effort. Oh, she's breathing hard as the try scorer Hill. Singapore 19, Korea 7. Just a minute and change left at the moment in this game. Final outing for both of these teams this weekend. They've rumbled hard of Singapore and Korea. Not a bad matchup, to be honest. Singapore, Chu, they get it to the outside. Korean pace is enough. Bodies up and over the ball. It's high contact is the call. And they're not dirty in any way. It's not malicious high tackling by Korea. It's just a combination of fatigue and also inexperience. Just lacking some of the techniques that perhaps girls who have been around and playing rugby a bit longer possess. 12 comes onto the park. This is, well, park. I guess I should say field. Not the players' field, the players' park. They're playing on a field. Getting myself in trouble. Line out, restart, far side, Singapore. They play it up, well, they play it cute up the front. They get away with it. Here's Singapore again. Lee makes the tackle. Along with Yang, and Lee tries to come through and get something started herself. And Christabel Lim takes them all on and keeps it all going. And Kwan tries to go back to secure the ball. Lim makes the tackle. Lee's looking for it to come out of the ruck, but they've taken it back, have Singapore, and now they're just using blunt force trauma. Oh, Lee, great work by the Korean playmaker to get in there and snuff that one out. Now we'll see if there's anything left in these Korean legs as Kwan falls forward and presents the ball. And that's it, game over for Korea, as they worked hard for their 7 points. You've got to take your hats off to Singapore. They have come here this weekend and ground out a win in their final game. The final score, Singapore 19, Korea 7.